Alright, welcome back. Targets hit. So basically, remember we were going short? You already know. But anyways, it goes up. Actually didn't break this distal line. Um, it turned around and headed straight to the proximal line of the zone, and then my blue line is my target. So, um, actually did not break this here distal line. And it turned around after we were talking. And it turned around about halfway or so. I put my stop right on this top of the top of this red bar, and it's just like if it pops that, I mean, I don't want to be in anymore, because it retraced. So we'll just leave that be. I do think that it's likely going to go back to this demand, which it didn't really test yet, and if it does, I would be long, but this is, you know, I'd be taking trades left and right, right? I'm out of the market now, but this split I'm not very confident in, but if it pops that and goes into this split area, I mean, I'm likely going to be long from there. It just makes sense to me. So, um, 0.00056, 0.00056. I don't necessarily know. I'll do 10 contracts. I don't necessarily know if it will get into that zone, but I'll take a 1-to-1 from there. Absolutely. If it enters, right? Um, so I'll enter 10 contracts at 73195. 73195, 10 contracts. And we'd accept the loss if it breaks, but we were we've looked at this. We know that there's buyers there, and especially if this thing keeps roaring downwards, that's too far aggressive. The boat has rocked too far down in one movement, especially with this distal line here. Um, this distal line in the split, it's protecting rather free space, in my opinion. So, as you can see, if past that, it's over. So I want it to break this distal line that I just put in right there. I want it to break that line. I really do, and enter the trade. But if it doesn't, if this distal line works, if it goes up from here a little bit, even a little bit, we're going to cancel the trade, because then their buyers have been found. But right now, this is looking really good. 195 could be too far lower. I do want to enter into the trade, but we're gonna be patient, and we're not afraid to miss the trade. That's a big deal. We're not afraid to miss it. We just had a good trade going short in this zone, going short, and it worked, um, for a 1-to-1. And I'm just not interested in, must be trading. Like, so we'll see. This one, this distal line is working. This gray line, it's the zone is slightly working now. I haven't figured out exactly which how far it has to go up before I'm like, all right, well, I think if it hits within this 30 seconds of this bar, then we'd go long. And honestly, we'll see here. So obviously that's working. There's some buyers there. We'll see. And if that's the case, we're not going to take the trade then. Wow. Okay. We will see. If it just keeps dropping, we'll gladly take a long. But now, unfortunately, the target's not up here. The target's not even in the middle here. The target would have to be around here or wherever this thing retraces to. So if this thing goes upwards actually and points a wick and comes down, now it's formed supply. Okay, so we have to battle against demand and supply. So, um, and at this point, we're lowering our entry to 185, um, which is fine with me. That's 10 contracts. We'll see how that goes. Um, this is really good. Really, really good. Hopefully it breaks down here and enters, but we'll see. Um, and if this is the case, like I might hold a couple to be in the middle of this free space, and then a couple, half the position exiting at the supply zone, which we're going to have a closer reward than risk on this trade then, unfortunately. But I mean, that's the opportunity that I see. I mean, I don't know if the 8:30 bell in 15 minutes is gonna hurt my trade. I don't think so. I'm not sure, but um, that's the trades that I see. It's very volatile and looks, you know, looks bullish. So 190. I'll have them at 190. 10 contracts at 190. Wow, look at that. See, that distal line is holding. There's buyers there. There's buyers there, certainly. We'll see where that thing goes. Man, I want a pumpkin donut. Pumpkin donuts, man. Oh, but I know I gotta work out today. Freaking workouts. Ooh, it is turning around. Okay, so now that was what we had wanted. I'm gonna cancel trade, especially if this thing rips really at all. Because that's what we had wanted. We'll see. Oh, all right. Cancel trade. All right. So that's what happened. Boom. That thing rallies. Okay. So now that is not no longer a trade. Maybe later we'll see. I'm not sure, but we really wanted it that first comeback, because it was just too aggressive downwards. It went up way too much, so we shorted. Went down way too much, and we we would like to long, but it didn't quite get there enough. So um, now we're just gonna leave it be. It's 9 minutes till open. I'm not concerned. I have my zones plotted. There's really nothing on the equities. I have an Australian dollar long, and that's long term. I have got gold going long term, long. This larger trade. Net gas, I'm not in. HG, I'm not in. Just copper, even though that thing's rallying. Um, yeah, I'm bullish on the markets. I'm bullish on this day coming to a comeback bar, meaning this current bar turns green, and put my stop right there. But because it's on this low, it's this June low, and this was aggressive move down to the June low. This is very bullish in my opinion. I just haven't found a means to get into the long side because this thing's coming back and forth, and it could pop lower, break this low, but not break the June low in that little window. That's what I'm really looking for. And then try to find a breakout long from there. And you can grab if you do it right, 8 to 12 risk reward, even more risk reward. You can really run this thing up here, because the daily chart is ready to go up. Um, at least that's our opinion. But this thing's already really low, dude. So you might have found the low this week, already. So for now, not really. I don't really have any trades. I don't have any other active trades going. So